Question 17. Rhonda is a business owner and she has recorded the payment of her daughter's orthodontist fees as a business expense. Which qualitative characteristic has been breached in this situation? A. Relevance, B. Entity, C. Comparability, or D. Reliability. The issue here is whether a personal expense for your daughter should be included as a business expense. Now clearly it shouldn't. So really that has nothing to do with options C or D, comparability or reliability. What we're down to is either relevance or entity. Let's have a look at each. Relevance says information is relevant if it influences the decision making of the user, whereas the entity principle says the business is a separate accounting entity from its owner. The transactions and financial records of the owner should be kept separate from the owner's personal transactions. Seems like both of these apply to a business owner paying her daughter's orthodontist fees as a business expense. So if they're both right, how can we only have one right answer? And that's because the one on the left, relevance, is a qualitative characteristic, whereas the one on the right, entity, is actually an accounting principle. What we need to remember is that entity is actually part of relevance. Relevance says information is relevant if it influences your decision making. What influences your decision making comes down to two tests. One is called materiality. Is it big enough to change or affect your decision? And two, the entity test. Does something relate to the particular entity of the business, not the owner, or not any of the owner's other businesses? So based on that, we can now get rid of entity as an option and say that the qualitative characteristic that says you breached a business should not record the owner's daughter's orthodontist fees as a business expense is not B, entity, it's going to be A, relevance.